Okay, so the biggest difference between an analysis, a text analysis, and a reflective commentary is not so much in the content, but in the style. Okay, so both of them, we will require you to say, this is the language device, or this was the goal. This is the language device that was used to get there, and this is why this language device did that thing. This is how this language device achieved the purpose. Now, both are requiring that. But the difference is that reflective commentary is firstly in first person. You're not going to write in first person for a normal analysis because I don't care about your opinion in paper one. I want to see that you have done the thinking, and I want to see that you have actually analyzed. In paper two, I want you to show me that you have the understanding to recognize where you have used the devices. Okay? But that reflects the what makes it reflective is firstly that you are reflecting on your own writing. Okay? Anything where you look at your own writing is by nature reflective. Okay? Secondly, and this is probably the biggest difference between your text analysis from paper one and your reflective commentary from paper two, you are not analyzing absolutely everything. In paper one, you are given a text, okay? They do not tell you what the goal is of the text. They don't tell you what the instruction is that the person was given by their boss or whatever when they wrote the thing. In paper two, you are given, paper two, question one, you are given an instruction and you have to write a piece based off that. So your reflective commentary is looking at, does this actually truly fulfill this? And so there is a level of evaluation where in paper one, you're not actually evaluating the writing at all. In paper two, you are evaluating to a degree, but that is, I don't want you to think that you're sitting there and marking your things saying I did this well and I did that badly. You are basically making an argument for, I did this well, I did this, and I stand behind it. It had this purpose. Okay? But it is naturally going to have a more personal flavor to it. Does that make sense? That is actually a very good point, and I've never looked at it like that. Yes, I think in paper one, you are making inferences about what you think the writer was trying to achieve. In paper two, you're looking at your intentions. I intended to do this. And so we can see, okay, you had this intention, you use this language device, you thought that this language device would do this thing, but it didn't quite do this, and you won't necessarily be aware of that. But we will be aware if you say, I used short sentences to slow the pace because I wanted to create tension. I would say, yes, the short sentences create tension. I would say, yes, that met the requirements, but I would say that saying that short sentences slow the pace means that you do not actually understand pace. You do not understand tempo, which means that you don't actually understand the language device. And so in some ways, paper two analysis is trickier than paper one, because in paper one, you can kind of guess your way through it sometimes. But in paper two, we can see when you don't know what you're doing. And we can see when your decisions were intentional or not, whether your decisions were intentional or not. And even if you make unintentional decisions in your reflective commentary, you don't have to mention whether they were intentional or not. You have to just recognize those decisions you made. Does that make sense?